Welcome to what appears to be a very popular panel, you sickos. The Messiest way to kill zombies. We'll start introductions over here at the right.
I think we should let the lady.
Oh, I like to be the meat in the sandwich. You go right ahead.
I'm Ted Roberts. I'm a scientist, science writer, blogger. I am a neuroscientist. If there is a zombie apocalypse, hey, we probably did it.
My name is Kristen Nichols, and I work for the city of St. Louis, one of the most dangerous cities in the world, on neighborhood stabilization, disaster, and emergency prep. I'm also a board member for Zombie Squad. Have you heard of that? We're a disaster preparedness organization that is a non-for-profit that uses zombies as a metaphor for any natural disaster that can come your way.
A metaphor? Zombies are real.
And my name is Drew. I'm part of the Apocalypse Rising track that brought this all to you guys. Woo! I'm also chapter officer for So Said Zombie Squad.
I'm Mike Williamson. I write military fiction, science fiction. I'm editor-at-large for Survival Blog. I've consulted for TV shows. I'm retired military. I did 6 hours on Friday, 8 hours yesterday, and this will be 8 hours today, and I'm a bit congested, so please bear with me.
He's turning into a zombie.
Yes. For purposes of this panel, we are ignoring any potential contamination from zombies. I mean, zombies splatter, you get the goo on you, you're contaminated. For purposes of this panel, that doesn't exist. It's just how messy can we be? Go.
The one I like to start off with is liquid nitrogen and shotguns. Hey, zombie ski.
So you're postulating we dip the zombies in liquid nitrogen, put them into some kind of catapult, hurl them into the air, and shoot them.
Luge track and a ski jump at the end works.
Yeah, the Zombie Olympics, we came up with several ones. Yeah, if you have a ski jump track, you can send the zombies, use a Zamboni to shove the zombies down the track, and they come flying up. And then the biathlon competitors can have shotguns instead of rifles, and they get to.
And we figure we'll station 4 on each side at the down end of the track, and it's one calls pull, but when the zombie arrives, they all have to shoot at it, and it's scoring is by splatter.
I thought you meant you'd have 4 tracks, in which case we could see if the zombies can crash together in midair.
Sort of crossover. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
That would be the Top Gear approach.
Like it.
I had no idea what I was getting into when I signed on for this panel.
I would go with basically a ton of wood chippers all stuck together. Just shovel them in there and go at it.
You're going to jam them up real quick. We thought about this. So what you want to do is you want to get one of the giant runway clearing snowblowers first. And chase the zombies down, chop them into chunks, and then throw the chunks into the log chipper you're towing behind you. And then you can discharge along the side of the road.
I got schooled.
I actually came up with a new one last night. See, yesterday I had an 11:30 panel here in the West End, had to come from the Hyatt, and I had to cross the parade. So, here's a new one. The zombies versus the Dragon Con parade.
Or zombies versus Atlanta drivers.
Naples drivers. Naples, Italy.
Arabic drivers, Chicago drivers, there's all kinds of bad drivers who would have fun with zombies.
And actually being a country girl, I think I'd actually like to incorporate a combine.
I like it.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Basically get a standard combine, but then also get one of the cattle herders on the front, kind of scoops them up underneath into it.
I mentioned the snowblower to someone, and he came up with the idea of having a snow plow, and you put the blade about 8 inches above the ground. And, you could do the same thing with a bulldozer or a steamroller. What was it Sarah Hoyt suggested? She suggested that you cover them in Cheetos powder and herd them into the gaming room.
the smell would be a whole lot different.
I think we offended a couple of gamers.
We have gamers in here? How'd that happen? Who let them in?
So what about fire? Because flaming zombies are funny.
As long as there's a safety barrier.
Well, yeah, for purposes of this, there's no contamination. So,
Fantastic.
yes.
Yeah, so the more splatter, the better. How many of you have actually read Rogue? Mike Williamson's Rogue. Do you remember that there was a rather inventive assassination that involved chlorine trifluoride. How many of you have read John D. Clarke's Ignition?
An informal history of liquid rocket propellants. Fantastic reading. Chlorine trifluoride is more reactive than fluorine. It's self-combusting with water. It is self-combusting with sand. It is self-combusting with asbestos. It reacts with everything.
As a matter of fact, the standard way, how do you handle a chemical fire? Well, the best thing to do is smother it with sand, and sand actually makes it burn hotter. So if it's self-reacting with all of these compounds, what does it do with flesh? Well, it combusts really fast.
And your decay products are hydrofluoric acid and hydrochloric acid. Seriously, this is real science here.
And a new paint scheme on the walls.
Acid paint, acid zombie goo etching its way into the walls.
It's modern art.
That will not up the resale value at all.
You don't put it out. The recommended emergency response is a good pair of running shoes. It will create a fluoride surface on certain metals, and you can keep it inside a metal container. But if you ever scratch that surface, it will start reacting again.
Does it burn out?
Yes. Does it burn itself out? Yeah, eventually it reacts, it turns into hydrochloric acid and hydrofluoric acid. And then it etches into stuff until it neutralizes the acid eventually.
Eventually, yes.
So, this takes care of, how many zombies can you take care of with that?
I was thinking of a pesticide paint sprayer.
Yes!
Crop duster.
Crop duster!
Crop duster!
Oh, yes, I like it.
Boiling, bubbling, foaming, acidic zombie goo all over the landscape. What's the EPA going to say about that?
Why not just have a big barrel of it and blow it up in the middle? Then you have shrapnel and goo.
Well, you metallic sodium. Drop powdered metallic sodium onto the zombies, and it starts, popcorning them.
Zombie. Beat me to it.
That is not top secret. I hope that really isn't their secret.
No, that is definitely Jiffy Pop, though.
Jiffy or Jimmy?
Okay, well, this, we actually need to work on this a little bit more. We've got NASCAR events. NASCAR events would be good. NASCAR events. You make the zombies the wall and the track and the fuel.
No,
just imagine this. No, just imagine this. We go with the combine idea. Okay, we go with the combine idea, but you still have too big chunks. So now you can go with the wood chippers. All right. But you still have too big of chunks. They make these big jet turbines that are used for putting out fires. Basically, you have a mister on the intake, and it blows steam out the back end. It's for putting out fires.
The Russians use these at the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
So the output of your wood chipper goes into the front end of this turbine, and out you get a nice fine dispersion at the other end. Then you take that.
It's black and charred.
It's biofuel. It's Zombie Horde. It's ecologically friendly. And it's the ultimate fuel for the zombie apocalypse.
And no animals were harmed in the making of this fuel.
And no corn.
I'm just thinking, if you're using zombies on the track, you want them in the winner's circle, so when he does that burnout at the end.
Well, actually, if we're going to throw zombies on the track, why don't we just fill the track full of them and then try and do right-handed turns in NASCAR?
Replace the cars with monster trucks.
Monster trucks, I like that one. Yeah.
And have them do right-handed turns because they can do that better than NASCAR.
Back to the Zombie Olympics, one of the ideas I had, you're using Zamboni machines and snowmobiles to herd the zombies. And if you can get them to the top of the luge track, you have zombies coming down the luge track at 80 miles an hour, whipping around the curves, and at the bottom, instead of those deceleration bumps they have, you have a giant cheese grater.
On the bottom.
Julian zombie.
It slices, it dices.
It goes great with tortilla chips.
I know you brought up the idea of the giant trash compactors like they have at the malls.
Yes.
That would be a fantastic.
Yeah, you got to herd them in there. Herding's part of the fun. This is supposed to be, a sport. Who can herd the most zombies in the shortest amount of time. Yeah, you shove them into the top of the disposal chute of one of those trash compactors, and you can just sit there and squash zombies.
Well, there's a real easy way to herd zombies in the mall. Just play the Dawn of the Dead Gonk song.
Britney Spears.
Justin Bieber.
Then there'll be the bait.
So there is one thing you can do with the trash compactors, and Michael, your daughter came.
Yes, there was a little voice in the audience who said that we should let the kids play. We should cut shapes in the end of the trash compactor and extrude the zombies in shapes. Just tried you. My comments were, one, first of all, that's my daughter. Second of all, awesome. Yeah, you can extrude chunks. And the kids can then use them as building blocks.
It's like the Play-Doh presses.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Yes.
Isn't that what McDonald's currently feeds us anyway?
Use the auto compactors, the compactors from the junkyard, the trash yards.
Okay.
Those work pretty well.
Yeah.
And,
But it's not particularly messy because they're all inside the compactor. I mean, you're going to
well,
have
no, you
ooze
have
out the bottom.
No, but that's the giant Play-Doh press.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so that you get very nice blocks.
Yeah. You can burn those blocks as fuel. It's, again, ecologically friendly.
That's right. Biofuels.
The one problem we're all overlooking here is that the government will never let you kill zombies like that because they're potential voters. And the audience can feel free to join in here. It's more fun as it free flows.
There's somebody over here. What do you got to say?
How about chainsaws?
Chainsaws are messy, but they're very one-on-one. I mean, it's satisfying to be able to go out there and chainsaw your zombies.
Chainsaws are better for Kandarian demons.
Yeah. It's just one.
How about an entire sported track type gauntlet for zombies? Put them in, kick them through, and see how far they get before they finally get splashed, sliced, scattered by something.
Just run them onto a track and have to.
Are you thinking Spartans or?
Actually, that's actually pinball. A giant pinball, that would work.
I was thinking about that luge idea, freezing them halfway down, letting them bounce around and just shatter as they get down towards
And have
the bottom.
giant sticks at the ends when they landed, they were giant popsicles?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you run through down the luge track through a liquid nitrogen mist.
There you go. That's what I was looking for. There you go.
Put them in a
I like John Ringo's idea in the Aldonado verse in Just Front, I believe it was, where the fire truck's loaded up with kerosene.
You can only do that to a fire truck once, but it's a very impressive once. As far as the chainsaws, anyone familiar with the Dr. McNinja cartoon comic strip online? Dr. McNinja had chainsaw nunchaku. Chainsaw nunchucks. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Car wash, but replace the last one with BB guns or pellets or whatever.
A car wash. There's all kinds of things. Actually, we've got all kinds of things we can do with a car wash.
The problem is with the brushes in the car wash, The issue is, of course, that the zombies go in one end and you just get mush out the other. And that's actually not a bad idea.
You're going to get a soapy sterilized mush.
That's true.
Yes.
Replace the brushes with razor wire.
There you go.
Oh.
That's gonna work.
Yeah.
Very good. And it's they give the skin that healthy glow.
I can't go in there for a long time.
White there?
Yeah, there.
Yes.
And the hat. Whoever just has had their hands up.
In the hat with your hand up.
There.
Yes.
There you go.
Good.
There you there.
Yep. Stand and speak, son. Sorry? Suspend logs from the ceiling.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. I saw that in The Predator once, and that just, Arnold made it look cool, but damn, I am not him.
They did that in Return of the Jedi, too.
Although Temple of Doom was pretty cool, where they had the spikes come from the ceilings. I don't know.
A giant rolling ball to crush them.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
giant rolling ball is the Indiana Jones giant rolling ball. That's a good one. But
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
that's where I have the pinball idea.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Where you go?
Yeah,
Climb
right.
the stakes on an incline. Just drop gigantic rolling balls.
How about the guy in the suit over here? Christian Scientist guy?
I was wondering, in order to include the kids, you know how when you have like the mallet, you swing it down and it pops up? Maybe instead have
Whack-a-mole.
splatter the head and see how far you can spray it for the little kids.
Ooh, how far the rain splatter when you hit them with a mallet.
Yeah, well, the scoring is always by splatter.
Yeah.
But you have to use, for something like that though, the kids would have to use a Gallagher-sized Splatomatic mallet. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's how I see what the problem is. Yeah. Over here.
Giant magnifying glass.
I think they might see that coming from a very long distance away.
Wow, I like that.
Or a little mirror.
Yeah.
You weren't a very nice child, were you?
Kind of like that scene in Ants where the ant just vaporizes.
The zombie ants,
Yes.
of course.
That's where
But there won't be a lot of goo. It's going to be a cooked zombie.
That's gonna smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zombie. Now that gives me an idea. That's a whole new cuisine.
Zombie cuisine.
I think we need.
Yeah.
I think we need Gordon Ramsay to lead that one.
Oh, God.
I don't think that'll ever
No,
actually catch
not
on.
Ramsay. Who's the guy that travels all around the world?
Bourdain.
No. Bourdain. Yes, there we go. That's a Bourdain dish right there.
You might be drunk enough to actually try it.
Zombie pancakes. Doc,
Tanks online firing canister.
canister shot from tanks. Yeah, that's all. That's messy no matter what you shoot. I saw a deer that got hit with canister shot. It was well, I didn't see much. I saw a red smear that got hit with canister shot, and they said it had been a deer. But yeah, that would work with zombie.
Well, actually, that's where you go. Actually, again, at the end of your ski jump. And this point now, you're just shoving them with not just a Zamboni, but with a bulldozer down the ski jump, the liquid nitrogen, and you've got the tanks at the very end. You have to have several tanks because they
They
can't
take turns.
fire
Tanks
that
are
fast.
cool.
Well, they take turns too. It's a score. Yes.
Well, I mean, I've seen pictures, so I know that the brackets on F-15s can also hold people.
Yes.
There you go.
So just airdrop the zombies.
Yes. Like
Into more
pound zombies, and all of a sudden you can measure splatter and how bad it is.
How much splatter does a zombie make from 5,000 feet? I like it.
There's a guy in the red shirt here.
Well, I was going to say, I was trying to think of things that you could drop on zombies, so I was just going to say basically the same thing. Get one of the really big bombers and tie together like, 20 or 30 zombies and just drop them.
Or get like a C-130 with an anvil and tie a zombie to it.
Zombies can jump without a parachute.
Everything's airdroppable once.
Everything's airdroppable once, yes. Carlton.
In order to be ecologically responsible, one of the lacks in Afghanistan is good stuff to decay into mulch.
Right.
And if you drop the zombies from the C-130s, from a high enough distance, it automatically creates a good environment.
To grow more zombies.
I don't know.
There's a line I've been toying with. You know, there's this standard comment, take off and nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Well, I actually like the idea of using the Orion drive, because that way you can take off and nuke it from orbit at the exact same time.
Ooh, we got a close one right here.
Go ahead.
Like, get something from the top of the ceiling, and you get a crowd of zombies, and it just smashes them.
Just like a giant trash compactor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, smash is always good.
Yeah.
Smash is always good.
Yeah.
So basically we need a bunch of Hulk fists.
Or you just tie,
Don't make her angry.
tie TNT against the zombie's chest, just one after the
A zombie suicide bomber. And you sit right among the zombies. I like it.
Send him back into the horde. There you go, Timmy.
There is symmetry there. I like it.
So many people way back there.
There's somebody back there, stand up.
Say, somebody stand up, somebody quick.
There you go, you're next.
Yeah, there you go. You.
Microwave?
Industrial strength microwave.
Industrial strength microwave.
You can actually use the nose radar of an F-15.
I've seen that happen with a gremlin. It looked kind of cool. It didn't
Actually,
like
that brings up the idea of ultrasonics.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pureed zombies inside the skin.
That's, well, in the shell.
In the shell, yeah.
That's a real weapon.
Yes, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, yeah, you. Far left. Yeah, that's you. You stood up. Okay.
A roller coaster with no seats, right? And it just kind of flings them out.
Ooh, a roller coaster with no seats, and at the end it just sort of flings them out.
I'm sorry, I said no seats. I meant no seat belts.
No seat belts.
Oh!
A chain link fence or monkey bar.
How about razor wire?
Razor wire, chain link fence.
Or wall.
Expanded wire sheets. You know,
Actually,
do we prefer to smash them against the wall or shove them through a sieve and turn them into...
The sieve.
Yeah.
there's a movie Nothing But Trouble where they like put him on a roller coaster, shot him out, and then they had this machine that chewed up the guy and spat out the bones.
Yeah.
But to go on to that, actually, here's a good one. Roller coaster with katanas all at head level.
Oh.
Coming straight down the head.
Well, that would work for people, too.
Amusement parks open the
I know some
whole
people
world
like
of
it.
And very amusing.
But just as fun. Can you imagine what the pictures would look like at the end? Smile for the camera.
Actually, I like the entire idea of taking the seatbelts off all of the amusement rides. You know, like the moonshot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and there you score by distance. You score by height and distance.
That would never work for the Batman ride.
Zombies on the tilt-a-whirl?
Yeah.
Tilt-a-whirl.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
All right. The guy that was next to the guy that just stood up. Your arm's up. Yeah, stand up. Yeah, there you go.
Lure them into a building and blow it up.
Bombs are good.
Yeah, just bombing them. It's effective. It's certainly effective. It lacks poetry.
Wrecking balls and crowds.
Wrecking balls and
Mobs of zombies
and a wrecking ball.
Yeah. All right, Zombie Squad.
Bowling for zombies.
Pachinko machine with metal stamps at the bottom that stamps out different shapes for your slot.
Wow,
A giant penny press.
Yeah.
Hey, put your quarters in and get your pressed zombie.
Stretch zombie face.
Right over here.
The Plinko idea, but instead of having just the metal pins, turn them into razor blades so they kind of shred on the way down.
Right, so we've got a lot of shredding, a lot of crushing, a lot of burning,
and blowing up.
You know Jess was asking. So, Jess, you were trying to put something in.
I was just thinking brain flavored Taco Bell.
I thought that was just Taco Bell.
Brain flavored Taco Bell. I thought it was McDonald's. Who has the zombie contract these days?
Well, it's
no,
the
Starbucks.
thing.
Starbucks. Soy latte is people.
It is the hottest thing, zombies.
Yes.
Zombies eat flesh.
Eat flesh, yes.
Tire recycling, where they turn the zombies into the friendly playground tires.
Friendly play, oh yes.
Oh, you have to dry the zombies first for that. Okay, so you got to roast the zombies to dry them.
Well, they cut them, they roast them,
Yeah.
they flake them, they cut them up some more.
The way they use old tires for building playgrounds.
She just described Starbucks again.
Roasted, ground, and yeah.
But resourceful, I kind of did that. All right, here on the end.
To expand on what I said earlier, actually, even for the C-130, you mix it with the car crusher. So you can open up the back and push the cars out the compactor. So you can get more, you can pack much more in there. And you know they're going to leave at least once.
Not quite following.
Well, once they're compact, he's saying once they're compact.
Oh, just throw the whole cube out.
And they're actually you paint the target on the ground, and you're trying to hit the target with the cube of zombies.
So you have a cube of zombies that you hit with more zombies, or you hit zombies?
Yes.
That's like fighting fire with fire.
Wait. Hitting zombies with zombies. Those 5 metal balls that swing back and forth. Hang 5 zombies by the feet and swing them back and forth, cracking their heads.
Alright.
Row of cylinders, stuff a zombie in each cylinder, and wrap them in chains. So when you have a tractor pull, each cylinder compresses like a tube of toothpaste in each sequence.
Oh, wow. More extruded zombie, only like toothpaste. Yes?
Back to the amusement park idea, you like herd the zombies into that twister machine, looks like a colander, and you herd them in there, and instead of like the middle piece where it just spins around, put like a blade on it. And so when they're all in it, it just kind of slices them like a food processor.
Yeah.
Never let this woman make you a smoothie. That goes for the rest of you.
Those aren't strawberries in that smoothie.
Let's get the people that haven't asked questions yet. We've got a bunch of people back. Somebody in the back, stand up.
Yeah, you read.
Red shirt.
Red shirt.
I don't know if anyone's ever fed Alka-Seltzer to pigeons.
Alka-Seltzer and zombies, yes!
You win some!
All right.
Give that man 5 inches.
So we're going to have a bubbling, effervescent zombie.
And it'll smell fresh.
No, it'll smell nasty, but how do we make it smell fresh? What can we do? Febreze as well.
Actually, when we were talking about the, I had the fleeting thought when we were talking about squeezing them like toothpaste. Now in minty fresh.
The camouflage guys do it.
Stand back up, Mike.
Yeah, there you go.
Go classic trebuchet and a giant dartboard made out of spikes.
Trebuchet and a giant target with spikes on it.
It's good for scoring. I mean, we have a number of different categories.
You can go for distance and accuracy with that. Yes.
We have messy and we have messy in which we can keep score.
Wait. The target needs to be spinning.
Ooh. Wait.
Spinning's good.
Yes, and if it spins fast enough, it starts throwing off chunks of zombies in the process.
We could actually make a sport out of this. I mean, he's got the C-130. We drop him from a high altitude on like a painted field with like a big target bullseye with spikes sticking up. The closest one to the bullseye gets the points.
Brings a new meaning to lawn darts.
Zombie charts.
Go ahead.
Make a minefield.
Whoa, get that moment. Go ahead.
You could take a trench, like one of the zombie trenches, and when they go in there, you just like, there's a huge thing that pushes them up in the air, and you have a plane fly and hit them.
Pop-ups.
Pop-up targets.
Pop-up targets, yeah.
Run them through a trench and onto a springboard and then use them as pop-up targets. That would definitely be a sport. Everyone's sitting there with their shotguns.
Red tie.
Over here, he said minefield. Run the zombies through a minefield.
I was going with the plane.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, actually, if they're in a minefield, you can play bingo. You can divide the field up.
Did anyone have B8?
You can divide the field up with, with white marks, and every time one of them hits a mine, you mark off that square.
The only problem with that is it can get more than one explosion. If it bounces from the first one, hits the second, maybe a third.
How's that a problem?
Who wins that bingo game?
Whoever calls it first.
Everyone.
All right, red tie.
Kamikaze robots.
Now you're thinking.
So you're talking Roombas with razor blades on them, or
That would be my vote, yes.
Roomba with a chainsaw at ankle height. Wait.
Did Bruce Campbell already do
The battle bots, that one that's got the giant spinning blade, beating the crap out of it.
Oh, it's a new sport for Monday at Dragon Con. It's, instead of robot battles, we've got robot zombie battles.
Robots versus zombies.
Robots versus zombies.
You know, I'll see if I can get our panel in on that next year.
Yeah.
50 quatloos on the robots.
Hey, y'all better pay attention.
30
to the panel for next year if that happens. I want to see something happen. Come on.
All right, someone else towards the back. Stand up. Go ahead.
There you go.
Yes.
Deep fat fryer, a lot of hungry people. Well, we did that with the.
That's McDonald's still, right?
We did that with the.
That's the Paula Deen version, right?
That was cheese puff dust and the run them into the gaming room. Yeah.
All right, she's already standing. Go ahead.
Funnel them through industrial paper rollers.
Cable rollers.
Paper rollers.
Industrial paper rollers.
And that would give you like that marbled paper with the patterns on it.
Just think of the design.
Modern art. More modern art.
The wallpaper, yes.
Being resourceful yet again, and you can also have art on your wall.
Yeah.
Or Bill.
Or Bill.
Maybe Bob. Mad at your front door.
You never really have to say goodbye to Grandma.
You've been watching Shaun of the Dead, haven't you? Back there with the hand way up high. Yes, you.
I like to call this zombie over. You know how like school buses have that swinging arm that comes out?
A real swinging
arm. Go to town.
Make it an impaler?
Close it up, drive around, shoot friends, and drive to the brick wall.
So you're talking like catching them in a...
No, not catching them, just this arm that swings out the spike and plow.
Oh, the spikes on the arm so that you impale the zombies and then bring them back in and then slam into a wall?
Actually, if you're talking about zombies, why have it be an arm? I mean, make it actually an arm.
Let me give you a hand with that. Blue shirt.
Zombie Shark Week?
Zombie Shark
Wait. Zombie sharks or zombies versus sharks?
Zombie sharks versus zombie humans.
I really don't want to deal with zombie sharks. Or a zombie T-Rex.
Zombie sharks with lasers.
All right, you're right here by the aisle in the tie apparatus.
Well, I'm thinking Ma Dukes 50 cal. That's kind of boring just by itself. Machine gun. Zombies are coated in gasoline. You're firing tracer rounds. They're wearing explosive vests.
It would be very entertaining, but boy, is it a lot of work getting the vests on those zombies.
You, sir, just pick it up a notch. Bam.
Yeah. In the hat over here.
Sharks with lasers on their heads.
Sharks with lasers on their heads.
Robot sharks with lasers on their heads.
Zombie robot sharks. Lasers.
Well, why don't you just have Revit CMAS? Does that work for you?
Zombies in space?
Zombies in space. So you're talking desiccating them in vacuum or exploding them from explosive decompression?
Just shooting them out and seeing what happens.
Just shoot them out and see what happens. Scientific experimentation.
Yeah, like atmosphere testing on...
Yeah, absolutely.
Would we call them zombie stars?
You, sir, need the back off, I'm a scientist to ribbon. Yes, see me afterward.
Yes.
Umbrella?
Take a helicopter, you just tilt the blade so it's right at head level. Just
Actually, I was going to throw that in there.
Yeah, that's hard on the... That's actually will cause a helicopter to crash. They don't. The blades don't like hitting things.
But, I mean...
It works in James Bond.
If you want to go that route, We could actually kind of 28 days.
weeks later.
28 weeks later. But if you wanted to, if we're gonna go that route, why don't we do Ghost Rider, that Nicolas Cage flop? Yeah. Why don't we just launch them off a ramp into a whole field full of helicopters? There you go.
Actually,
that'll take care of you.
Since you brought up James Bond, what was the one with the Russian giant circular saw blade they use for clearing forests or whatever it is?
That was World Is Not Enough.
Right. I mean, and suspend that from the helicopter. That would work.
Or just mount it on a train. Of course, no, a train's limited to the track, so you mount it on the sides of a vehicle. The old wheel sides thing.
Right. Oh, like on the chariots.
Yeah, the classic, allegedly Celtic wheel sides.
We can go classic. We can do the Ben-Hur approach with the chariots. Yes.
Ramming speed.
Wolverine.
Feed the
Wolverine is a zombie?
Not Wolverines. Wolverine.
Yeah, actually, Wolverine. I'd vote for you. Yeah, that works.
I also like
just the cute
Wolverines hunt the zombies.
Well, Wolverine is good.
Yeah, gracious.
Let's just hope Wolverine doesn't turn into a zombie.
Right.
That would be bad.
That would be a big bottle of suck.
Back to the amusement park, replace the Gravitron walls with chicken wire.
And just replace the Gravitron walls with chicken wire and just keep spinning it up until the zombies squeeze out in pieces.
We should really put money into this amusement park. I know, it's really taking off.
So next year we can have the panel survival in the amusement park. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, I think we got another panel.
Yeah.
All right.
You.
So more scientific experimentation, crash test dummies.
Crash test dummies, yeah, but they're not really consistent. I mean, it depends on how far decayed they are and how they're going to react to the crash test.
Yeah, you do want them to hold. A crash test dummy has to stay in one piece.
No, it doesn't.
Unless it's.
They don't on Rocket City Rednecks.
Or Mythbusters.
Or Mythbusters.
How about this guy with his watch hand up there?
Yes.
Watch.
There you go.
You got the arena, you rip the zombie's egg, and you release honey badgers.
Honey badgers, Wolverines, yeah.
But honey badgers don't give a shit. Next question.
Back here behind the pillar from me. Yeah, you waving it.
Yes.
Put the zombie under a big glass jar, except it's got a hole on top. You slowly suck out the air until.
Slow decompression. Well, it's going to start oozing out of all the orifices and any weak spots in the skin.
You get to clean up that
That's
mess.
messy. Yes.
It is messy.
That's messy.
And it's contained because it's inside the jar. So it's messy and contained at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Let's get that.
Incinerated afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Sonic.
Thanks. I'm still on this amusement park idea too. Have you guys seen the I think it's Old Town. There's two different types of like massive swings they have. There's the one that's straight up and pulls it straight down and like launches people inside like many hundreds of feet into the air. Have you seen those?
They're giant boomerangs, yeah.
Slingshot.
Slingshots, right.
Yeah. And there's another one where it's essentially the entire length of the whole place, and it will pick them up one way, and it's like a swing. So, what if you took the massive swing one, had a whole bunch of different people design different kind of jet, like rocket boosters, and just let them swing it with no holds onto it. See how far, whoever can launch the zombie the farthest is fire to this.
So it's a variation on catapulting them, but you're making rocket-powered swing catapults to launch zombies.
Actually, you could start. I mean, actually, I think we may have just solved the Space Needle problem, the beanstalk problem. We just start stacking our zombies up.
Yeah, don't think they have the structural strength for it. Although we do run into the problem. If you're launching zombies, you run into the problem of reaching terminal velocity. At that point, you don't get any additional effect.
Well, there's also the problem of cluttering up low Earth orbit. And we really don't want to do that. There is one advantage though, and I'll call this the Doc Travis, Joe Buckley treatment, is that if you do launch them into low Earth orbit, they're going to desiccate and freeze and then burn up on re-entry. That's not a bad thing.
but it's not messy enough to be satisfying. Back in the white shirt.
So, I mean, going back to kind of like her arena, what if we brought back gladiators? But instead of,
I would like that. I am all for that idea.
Gladiators with chainsaws versus zombies?
Or potentially sledgehammers.
Sledgehammers versus
Ooh,
Yeah.
Thunderdome. Zombie Dome.
Zombie
Hey, and
Dome.
it goes in his theme park.
Zombie Dome in the theme park, yes.
Yeah, the bumper cars, yeah.
Bumper cars. Zombies on the bumper car track.
Yeah, cars.
Go-karts, yeah. With real cars, yeah.
Okay,
demolition.
That's sort of the NASCAR.
Let the zombies loose on the demolition derby track.
I bet your insurance company hates you. All right, your arm's about to fall off.
You know like how you have to put a water gun in the music part where you have to get in that tiny circle?
Yeah.
Tie up the zombies and put acid and put a protective circle around it and shoot at them.
You're here with Dad.
Yeah.
The
Dad,
amusement park.
you're frightened, right?
The amusement park game where you have to squirt water into a target.
To pop the balloon.
Yeah, put zombies there and use acid. Wow.
Which one?
From the
Which
mouths
one?
of babes.
Hit the zombie with a prize.
Pop the zombie, win a prize.
In addition to the squirting thing, in order to pay for the game, you pay an arm and a leg.
Plaid shirt.
Should have quit while you were ahead.
Let's say again.
Gallagher is probably due for a new shtick.
Yeah, we covered the using a sledge-o-matic.
Yeah.
But they would be entertaining on stage. But what's the audience going to wear to protect themselves?
No, the arcade game Gallagher, not the guy.
Arcade game Gallagher.
Not the guy.
Gallagher?
Oh, Gallagher.
Gallagher. Okay, Gallagher. Okay, yeah, right. Okay.
Frickin' laser beams.
Laser beams aren't messy; they cauterize. Well, go ahead.
Stand up.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Adding to the amusement park, to clean and selling folks, instead of having mud balls, we have zombie balls. When they put in the trucks, we go through massive amounts of zombies.
Like the mud run. The mud run.
Only it'll be a zombie run.
Right.
And whenever you the truck actually has to stop, do they just hit the brakes, or do they rooster tail zombie guts? That would be
I want to
awesome.
see rooster tailing
I vote
zombie
for
guts.
rooster.
Yes.
Yeah,
So tire chains or studs better for that?
Chains.
We need to have some scientific
Chicken
experiments.
wire chains.
We need some scientific experiment here. Studs, chains, knobs, tires.
Or razor wire chain.
Razor wire, yeah.
Razor wire chain, there you go.
On a variation of pumpkin chucking, zombie chucking.
Zombie
Make
chunking.
it sport around Halloween.
Compressed air zombie chunking. Well, that's one more way of throwing them.
But it's already a sport, you just gotta modify your method.
Yeah.
Or actually, you could add that to areas say East St. Louis, where the buildings are falling down. Instead of you just see how hard you can hit the wall with a zombie, and if it falls, you win a prize.
Or try and hit the window. Try and get the zombie through the window.
Through the uprights.
Yes.
Urban renewal. Yes.
Yeah. He looks like he's about to burst.
Whack a zombie.
Yeah, we covered whack-a-mole, whack a
And
zombie.
if you splatter the brains, you get a prize. You get a free shot in the head with a shotgun to the zombie, any zombie you want. Bonus skill.
Actually, I've been toying with the idea of electricity, electric shock. I think actually one of the advantages cattle prods. One of the things actually you get advantage of is that in the crowds, in the shambling mass of crowds, all you have to do is electrocute one, and you should have a good conductor. You have ground on one end, conductor on the other.
That's true. They're full of salts and moisture. So yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We got a hand up at the very back on the aisle.
Back here, yes. Carousel zombie blender.
God.
Blender?
Yes.
Or you can make places to the outside, have some sort of favoring them into it, and then put it that way.
Wasn't that in one of the Saw movies? You would like to play a game, wouldn't you?
And those are can we harpoon zombies and then either drag them in or gut them or?
Messiest catch. Oh, no. Okay, now we're actually the spark of inspiration. Messiest catch. Alaskan king crab versus zombies.
Crabs are built for your food because they'll eat you.
That is correct.
Yes. Black t-shirt.
The giant microwave thing kind of brought to mind the Tesla coils from Red Alert. The big ones that when you get close enough, it shoots out a giant, basically lightning.
Tesla coils versus zombies.
I just like Tesla versus zombies.
Well,
not the 80s band.
The band, not.
Yeah.
No, I think a historical figure. Tesla versus zombies sounds like a steampunk zombie.
Yes.
Oh my God, I have a story idea.
You know what that means, people? You know what this means when he says he has a zombie story? He's going to have a character that looks like me and says, "It's a shame that your knee injury is going to keep you from what knee injury?
Pop." Only weapon you need for a zombie apocalypse is a 22 short. Pop. You can just walk away.
You do not have to be
unless
faster than
they
the
have the
zombies.
22 short first.
You do not have to be faster than the zombies. You have to be faster than the person next to you.
Wow, Tesla versus zombies.
I like this. Tesla versus zombies.
That might have to be done.
In a theme park.
In a theme park.
in the 1890s amusement park with carousels, early roller coasters, and Tesla coils, vantograph generators. Wow. Oh,
He could have got a time machine though, so that should be doing in the future.
Tesla probably doesn't have a time
No,
machine.
it's alternate history. It's alternate history.
Yes.
I mean, these are real zombies.
Yeah.
Not fictional.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
You know, like that thing in the music park where like it spins around and you sit in the seat, it goes really high, like how you start spinning around.
The one that tilts up while spinning.
Yeah, it does. You spin around in a huge circle, and it's chain. It has chains. You sit in the seat.
Oh,
Okay.
it's like a swing.
Well,
Yeah.
you tie the zombie's hands, and the chains like go, and in a huge circle of spikes. And
Or just tie the zombies' hands and spin until their wrists separate.
Ooh, but okay, if you only tie at the hands, wouldn't they flip over the sides? And then like on the other side you have like some like cheese grater material or something like that where it just like whips them around and stuff?
Just start grinding them down.
There we go.
Start grinding them down. That's always good.
Well, that comes to mention, it's like you talk about the hands falling off and stuff. It depends on what type of zombies we got out there. I mean,
It
are
does.
they fresh kill? Are they old? Have they been frozen?
Well, as I said,
Fast movers, slow movers.
The neuroscientists have caused this whole thing. They should be pretty fresh.
But if we're going to be resourceful, can't we use their hands as ashtrays later?
Or a nice soap dish.
We do want them to be eco-friendly, yes. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Green shirt.
Well, zombies generally are attracted to sound, right?
Aren't they attracted to sound?
I don't know.
yeah, because when it hits like in one.
Let's just say sure.
Let's say they are. Yeah, go ahead.
So let's take a merry-go-round and put it at max volume.
Back
But
to the
it's
theme
only
park.
like 300 RPM.
And you're just waiting for the zombies.
Walk into it. Yeah, it's bludgeon on it.
Yeah, the problem is eventually you wind up with a big ring of zombie goo and the other zombies can't get through.
Yeah, actually, when it comes right down to it, you want your zombie killing field to have a good drain.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, back to the hat.
Why don't you put him in a Michael Bay movie?
In what?
True, Michael Bay does kill everything. You win internet points.
And the problem with the Michael Bay movie is the way the camera shakes around, the zombies are just going to be shaken to pieces.
I thought he did hire zombies to do his camera work.
No, he hired zombies as actors.
The only thing is, if we actually had something like this, it's got to include Bruce Campbell.
And his boomstick.
The TAC-P guy with the big watch.
If we're going to use the boobies, they kill them anyways.
Did you say boobies?
I would want to die that way. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
If I ever get zombified, kill me with boobies. Sorry, say that again?
Sorry. She would go movie marathon.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Which movie marathon?
Oh my God. I don't know about messy, but that's cruel. That's cruel.
It's cruel. Yeah.
Oh my.
That's too cruel for zombies. Yeah.
You've been through this, haven't you, sir?
Right here.
Zombies and Jason. Zombies and Jason.
Ooh, in space.
Zombies and Jason in space.
Yeah. We're gonna send to space, we're gonna have to fight Jason.
All the zombies get to go to Camp Crystal Lake. Yeah, but see, this is a great idea, but then we just end up with a really pissed off Jason afterwards. And then we gotta answer to the guy. I mean, man, it's a great idea, but probably not the best.
We got a few minutes left. We need to dial this up.
We do need to.
Who wants to kick it up a notch?
You keep hitting
Kick it up enough. Here, this black shirt.
For a new 4th of July celebration, we got zombie fireworks.
Ooh.
And so the closest people sitting get a nice cool off of rain as well.
It's a mister.
You by chance weren't the guy setting off fireworks at my hotel last night? Hotel security?
Instead of canister shot, I'm thinking of some kind of tank main gun or artillery piece with 2 projectiles and wire. Yes, Ebola. Shooting Ebola through a herd of zombies.
Depth charge zombies.
Depth charge zombies. Well, yeah, but you can't appreciate the mess underwater. The fish will like you chumming the water, but then you have zombie fish.
Chumming, yes.
Yeah, chumming.
Start at the very end. Okay.
Yeah. Main gun of a tank firing, instead of canister, I forget exactly what you use, the stuff that reacts to everything.
The chlorine trifluoride.
Chlorine trifluoride or chlorine pentafluoride, either way.
Yes.
A chlorine.
Firing a
Oh no, what's
canister
it?
of that.
The hexaza di whatever. Yes, the stuff that you
The
look at
rocket
and
fuel.
it explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fire that at a main gun at the zombies.
Yeah, well.
Or airdrop it.
Well, we covered a crop sprayer of it.
Well,
yeah.
you get the tanker. You get one of those KC-135.
Actually, there's a one of the it's not government owned. There's a privately owned 747 converted to a spray aircraft for fighting forest fires. It carries something like 365,000 gallons
of
anything.
Diazahexaisowurtzazane.
Which is?
That's the stuff. It's the. It is so unstable it explodes if you look at it.
I'm not sure I want to load it.
I think I've met guys like that. Gotta be the meat.
So to speak.
Godzilla versus zombies.
Godzilla versus zombies. Why didn't we think of that before?
Can we throw that in the theme park?
Yeah. We need a Japanese production company. Godzilla versus zombies. This should be an anime.
So pissed off that happened.
Yeah.
You took a shit off. All right.
Zombie pinatas for the children.
Zombie pinatas for the children. Think of the children.
Put the zombies in costumes of whatever overused children's show that people do.
Barney.
Clowns, Barney, to give all the kids
If
you're the explorer,
if you're going to do that, there's only one theme song that it can be. It's a small road.
I saw that ice cream truck outside that's been playing incessantly, and I want to kill it with fire.
More zombies.
Will it blend?
Yeah.
Well, I guess if we're using the pinatas, we'd have to give them all the, what was it, the Alka-Seltzer first?
Yes.
Gotta get a blow up till you get a good blow when you hit it?
Yeah, right.
Bloated zombies. There we go.
Awesome.
Do zombies ferment inside? Can we fill them full of sugar and yeast and ferment the zombies inside until they burst?
I'd rather use that for
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't make whiskey out of zombies.
No.
Save the sugar they used.
Something involving squirrels.
Something involving squirrels. Zombie squirrels?
Foamy the squirrel.
Foamy the squirrel versus zombies. I'm sure it's been done. If not, it will be next week. Yes?
Alright, so you take a bunch of zombies and put them between a BCS National Championship trophy and a bunch of Alabama fans.
That's a bit obscure for me, I'm sure
How
somebody
do you
did that.
tell the Bama fans and the zombies?
Because zombies are interested in brains.
That would actually...
Thanks for teeing that one up for me.
I was gonna say, if we're gonna do that, we could probably put zombies in with a bunch of angry Cubs fans that have been wanting to win a title that predates the crocodile.
Yeah, 2 more, and then we have to start wrapping up.
Hat? Yeah.
Feed them chimichangas?
What was that?
Feed the zombies chimichangas?
Feeding them chimichangas.
So talk about your bloating and exploding, yes.
Yeah.
I got it.
He's got it. He says he's got it. All right.
You're gonna stand up, because you're hi, Johnny.
All right, Johnny.
So you're an overruns like New York City. You take caltrops.
Caltrops, okay.
Caltrops. Except they're explosive caltrops.
Explosive caltrops.
And you line you and your survivors on the rooftops, and you toss them out by bucket box into the streets. So either one or two things for them. When the caltrops hit the zombies, either stick in them and explode, or if they don't stick them and explode, they hit the ground, and when they explode, the caltrop pins go flying in all directions. It's like super shrapnel.
Flechettes.
Most likely.
Ooh, that would kind of be like Running with the Bulls meets zombies and claymores. Claymores attached to the bulls, the front of the bull.
I'm still liking the zombie bingo and the landmines.
All right.
B-19.
Last one.
You know, like those Ferris wheels? Well, when they get to the top, it just launches them, and you just throw crowbars at them.
Launching crowbars by hand would kind of be a little tough.
Yeah, we want to launch the crowbars with, like...
this guy has to answer the question.
Alright. Everything that we've done has been, like, used a lot of resources, it's been really complex.
Yeah.
I think we should just keep it really simple with, like, zombie mouse traps.
Zombie mouse traps?
Mouse traps. Just bait them in a piece of meat, and it does splatter a lot if y'all ever hit a mouse trap.
Meanwhile, you can sit on the porch and watch it happen while you sip your whiskey. It's a perfect situation.
It's like, is there a bug zapper for zombies? Because that'd be great entertainment.
How big would that spring and how hard would that be?
We make a giant bug zapper. Giant bug zapper, you bait it with a brain. Cow brains probably work. And then you sit on your porch sipping your whiskey and watching the live entertainment.
Well, 3 doors with 3-car batteries.
And he knows how it's done.
And that's a good note to close it on.
Yes.
Do we have a favorite?
Do we have a favorite? I liked the minefield bingo.
Minefield bingo.
Yeah. I'm there with you.
I'm for minefield bingo.
I like minefield bingo, but I will have to say I love the one where we got to save part of Granny or Granny on the wall. That is pretty damn humorous.
You never have to say goodbye to Grandma.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to wrap up. I have a new novel out last week, 2 weeks ago, very recently. It's available in the dealer's room, and the dealer's there. And we're going to extend the invitation to that or not.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Bain Books has a private, semi-private suite up on 535 in the Hyatt. We have some free books to hand out. You can meet and greet people, have some snacks. Just don't abuse the liquor.
Or anybody else.
Or we will turn you.
My new book is When Diplomacy Fails, ... And
they can find it where?
Books.com.
Yeah, in the dealer's room here, Missing Volume has it, Larry Smith Bookseller has it. You can download it from Bain.com. It's also going to be available on Audible.com here shortly. The Bain download is $6 and is unencrypted. You can transfer it to any device, I don't care.
Thanks. And for me, I'm going to go ahead and pump Zombie Squad for a second. Visit our website. It's www.zombiehunters.org. We have an Atlanta chapter here if you're from Atlanta. If not, we've got 48 other chapters throughout the United States, Canada, and Europe.
We are America's elite zombie suppression task force. Our training and equipment is second to none.
And that is true.
I'll plug my blog, teddysratlab.blogspot.com, where I talk about brains.
I would plug www.zombiehunters.org, but Kristen already did that. So actually, if you guys enjoyed yourselves tonight, please hit up the Apocalypse Rising dragoncon.org website and leave us a note. Tell us how you guys liked our seminar tonight, or you can even leave a suggestion in our suggestion box over by the Towers of Water.
Or just leave.
Yeah, or just leave.
Unless you have whiskey.
Bring it. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thanks, guys.